Right.
Do we need to let anyone in on this one?
I'm gonna go check in 1 minute. Just let me get the live going because I have to do it on two different pages. So give me a minute. Okay. All righty. Okay. So we are live and I will keep watching because yes, they do have to be asked to come in. So hi everyone. How are you? Welcome to our um monthly cooking class. So Linda and I are going to be cooking together. So I am going to, she and I are going to cook side by side because it's just going to be easier that way. Okay. So you guys can see us, right? You guys can see?
Yes.
No,
All right.
but
So
let me
somebody do me a favor. Oh, you know what? I could do it really quickly. Hold on. I'll do it real quick. I just want to make sure because we are live on our Facebook in the Facebook page. And, welcome. Like Linda says, we're in a family business. So there's always lots of family stuff going on, right? And we absolutely love it. So I'm just going to make sure that when people are watching us today, that they can see Linda and I side by side. So let me just double check. Yep, they can see us side by side. So that's what I wanted to make sure of. We want to just remind all of you that are watching us on Facebook that we won't be able to make any comments or ask any questions while we're cooking because I can't navigate Facebook and do Zoom at the same time. Okay. So your questions will be answered after, but if you feel like you want to participate and just hang out and talk to us, jump on Zoom. All right. And Zoom links are on the Triple Crown and the Sunflower page, right? And if anybody needs something, don't hesitate to what? Ask.
ask the people who are here, right? Yeah, here live. I have a phone, but I think it'll make noise if I jump on. So get.
You just have to turn the volume down on your phone. If you look at it on your phone, you just have to turn the volume down. I can't look at it on my phone only because I'm using the phone for the ingredients. I could have pulled my other device, but you know what? Hey, right now I'm juggling like 5 things. The baby is enough, okay? The baby is enough, okay? There you go. Somebody can watch it. I mean, we got people on here that can multitask. Lori can probably toggle back and forth. Yep, Lori says she can check it so she can follow, and if there's any questions or anything, she can answer. So tonight I am making a homemade pot pie, and I am using the Pioneer Woman's chicken pot pie to make it. So if anybody, I will share that recipe, but I want you guys to know it's my very first time making a pot pie, and I've always wanted to make a pot pie. So this is going to be fun. So Linda, tell us what you're making.
I am making the berry cobbler, and this is a recipe from Tupperware. This is one of the recipes you'll be receiving from Tupperware with the Premier Glass training, something that you can try with and it's called berry cobbler cake. Berry cobbler cake. Okay.
So with the voila. So I'm going to be using the round for it, and Linda's going to be using the square.
That's my butter in there. Yeah.
Okay. All righty. So for me, I'll tell you what I had to do, and then I'll start my cooking, and then Linda, you can start. So I literally had to make sure I chopped up all of my onion, my celery, and carrots. So I already did that, so you guys can see it. You see that? So I got my onion, my carrots, there's my napkin, and my celery. I pulled out our original chopper because that was going to make the chopping of the carrots and the celery be the consistency I needed. Because sometimes if you're not pulling that string not as hard, you can't get the right consistency, and I didn't want to deal with it. Okay, so I did it that way. I am going to be sauteing and cooking everything from our cast iron, okay, right on the stove. And then, no, I'm not making homemade pie crust. Hello, I bought the pie crust, okay? So we all know that our wonderful Pillsbury guy, he does everything and makes everyone smile, right? So there you go. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. So while Linda I'm gonna turn my camera this way, so then you guys can see me doing the saute and all this, and I'll tell you what this requires. 3 stalks of celery, 3 medium carrots, 1 large onion, 4 tablespoons of butter, some frozen peas. So I have my frozen peas. So here's my frozen peas and chicken. So I already got my chicken cooked, rotisserie chicken. So you can do a lot with your chicken. So you guys know you can do your chicken in your pressure cooker. You can do your chicken in your stack cooker, right? So I did mine in my stack cooker. I just did chicken breasts and then I chopped them up. Okay. So, and then I'm going to need to create like a broth or like a quote unquote the gravy. And that's going to require flour, chicken broth, bouillon. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be using. So I don't buy bouillon cubes. I don't know about you guys, but I always buy Better Than Bouillon. You guys ever buy this? Better Than Bouillon. It's so much flavor. And then and you need to add some ground thyme and then salt and pepper and all of that. Okay. So I'm going to start my cooking, sauteing. Linda, take it away.
Okay, so what I am going to use, that's my butter on the bottom, but I'm going to use the square. And I'm going to show you, can you see the edges of this container? Look at that, they're beautifully rounded. They are not hard edges, beautifully rounded. Now, I have to tell you, I'm not a glass girl. When I got this and opened it, I went, wow, it's just beautiful. It is beautifully made. And you know, there's the game changers in it, but I just wanted to show you, this is the square. Now look how big this is, okay? This is not a small square. I thought it was going to be small. But look at this one. Look at this one. This is the rectangular. If you haven't ordered your samples or your early access, you know, you need to grab these and try them. I love, you know, using the Ultra Pro. But this one, I'm going to show you the game changer right now. This is the game changer. Ready? Hello.
Yeah, the cover. I agree.
The seal. It goes in the microwave. I know, I'm kidding. It goes in the microwave. It goes in the oven. It goes in the freezer. I could make my cobbler and put it in the fridge and then pop it in the oven right before we're going to have it. Right? It takes an hour, 50 minutes, 50 to 60 minutes. So if I came home while I was making dinner, this could be in the oven. Okay. It also goes in the microwave. So I was supposed to I'll tell you more about that later, about the containers, but I was supposed to put this in the oven so that this would melt, right? But guess what? I just turned on the oven. So I'm going to melt this where?
In the microwave.
In the microwave, because this goes happily in the microwave, okay? So I'll be right.
I agree with Linda. You're going to love the versatility. You're going to love that there's a fill line if it's going in the freezer. There's also a line all the way around. That's how much you should put in it. You should put in more than what's here. You know, it's a 360 all the way around. So when you're holding it, I can hold it from any angle. It is glass, and the glass is what it is, right? They did create the warranty on it. So I read it today in an email. I glanced over it. I will post it later. Linda will post it later. The warranty on this, so that when people ask you, you're going to know it only has a quality guarantee. I don't know the logistics because I didn't click on the link, but they did already create the warranty. Why? Because everybody's going to do what? Ask about it. Hello, right? So I am melting my butter right now in my pan so that I can saute my vegetables.
Lovely in the microwave, just like 45 seconds, and the butter is all nice and melting. Okay, so you know what? I always have a plate when I cook because I want to put my pieces down on it and not get the surface dirty. What I want to show you too is, look, this was wrapped in piece of paper like a beautiful present, the seal. And it does come with this lovely little guide, and it tells you everything on the guide. It is not written word, it's directions. And this QR code will take you directly to your consultant's webpage. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to show you, whether you are a customer or a consultant, look at this. This is the box that the square came in. Is that the square one? Yeah. And this box was so well packed and tight and beautiful. I was so happy to see this so well boxed. And I'm going to tell you why, because in my kitchen, I don't have a lot of room. I know it looks big, right? But it is so not. And the cupboards are weird. So I have in my garage, I have racks that I put my Tupperware in, use every day. Okay. This is one I might use every day, but might not. So I will put it back in the box and store it in my garage, and they stack beautiful. And I was just so impressed with the way they came boxed and beautiful for us and our customers. Okay, so the berry cobbler's fairly easy. What they ask you to do is they ask you to melt that butter and then put together the batter. Okay, so I gotta put my glasses on. It is, let's see, let's read the directions. First, this is what it is. It's 5 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of flour, 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons sugar divided, 1 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, half a teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon cinnamon, half a teaspoon vanilla extract, 1 cup of milk, and 2 cups of fresh or frozen berries. Okay, so I forgot to grab my milk. Hold on a second. Got my milk. Okay, so there is a difference between solid and liquid cups, right? When you're using liquid, you want to use a liquid cup. And this one for solids measuring cups. Okay, there is a difference. And if your cookies are coming out flat, that's why. Okay, and 2 cups frozen berries, but we'll get there. Preheat the oven to 350. Place the butter directly in the dish and pop it in the oven to melt it. We did that in the microwave. I'm going to whisk together. Now, I've already measured this out. Okay, I've already measured it out for you. When you're doing the cooking class, isn't it so easier just to measure it out before so you can just toss it in there? Okay, so in a medium bowl, I'm going to put the flour, the sugar, baking powder, which I have to
And you tilt your camera a little so we can see your counter.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, so now you guys see what I'm doing with these frozen peas, right? I only needed a half a cup of peas, so I'm not gonna use this whole bag, right? And so tilt it up just a little so we see your face. Yeah. And so I'm gonna add it in our what? Freezer mates, hello, right? Tilt a little more, just a little more, Linda. Yep, right there. Yep. So I put it in here in my freezer mate container so that way, we know. And then because you should be able to see through this, so I won't have to write on the cover frozen peas. So it's going to be frozen peas. So I had to add the frozen peas now while I was sauteing the carrots, the celery, and the onions. I don't know how many of you made a pot pie before, but hey, I'm excited about it. Oh, Lori did. Of course she has. She's our cook.
So I threw in all the dry ingredients, which the flour, sugar, 1 cup, baking powder, salt, and cinnamon. And I'm going to use this whisk to whisk it because I like this one for dry goods. It goes right through.
Good boy, True.
I don't know what the difference is between this. The only thing I know is I like them for different things, and that's why I have both. Okay. I like to really make sure that I get the dry goods because there is baking powder in that baking powder needs to be kind of even. Okay, and I'm supposed to stir in the milk and the vanilla until smooth. So it's 1/2 teaspoon vanilla. Okay. So I never use vanilla extract. I remember we did on cooking class how to make your own vanilla. And I use real vanilla. Never the extract. I put vanilla in my pancakes too. I always put vanilla in my pancakes because I like the way it smells. And if you are someone who really likes vanilla, the creamer in your coffee, I'm going to challenge you to try getting a dropper and drop a little bit of vanilla in your coffee, real vanilla, and see what you think with half and half, so that you're not having to have all those chemicals that they put in those kinds of creamers. Okay, and I need to put the milk. So let me put the Trust me, you're gonna love it. I put cocoa powder. I do all kinds of crazy. Cinnamon, cocoa powder into my coffee, and it's wonderful. And you do need a little bit of a whisk or a foamer. Okay.
I'm using our wonderful silicone spatula. I just added the chicken. And we all know how well our silicone spatulas work, right? And so that's gonna scoop up everything, grab everything. You know, it's safe to use and heated stuff, right? So grabbing our silicone spatulas are the best. So, and Linda's using my favorite bowls. That's the bowls.
Did I forget the sugar? Oh no, that's my extra sugar. Yeah, these actually are the mixing bowls.
Oh, you're using in the mixing bowl. Oh, okay.
The actual mixing bowls, yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so this is starting to thicken up, but it's not very thick. I'm a little surprised at that. I have to make sure. I only put a cup of milk. These are 2 cups, right? I put a cup of milk. But
The tall one is a 2 cup. Yeah, the small one is not.
so I only put half. But yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to show you what it looks like because it has a little cinnamon in it, right? So it has that little bit of color. Oh my gosh, it smells wonderful. It really does.
All right, so now I'm gonna add a cup of flour. So it says to just sprinkle the flour. And you guys all know that, remember our little scoopers? So you always should make sure you level off your flour, you know, that way you don't and I know especially when you're baking, you should do it, right? So I'm following the same rule as cooking. So I'm gonna sprinkle, I'm assuming, sprinkle the flour evenly, yeah. So I'm gonna sprinkle the flour evenly, and I guess this is gonna start to thicken it up to make its gravy. Lori's like, yes, it is. I feel like Lori's teaching me because she's like, yeah, do that. Okay, so I'm gonna sprinkle it over so it can start to make its gravy. Are you helping, Drew? Yeah, you're helping.
All right, while Sharita's doing that, I'm gonna mix. And it says just pour it into the butter. Do not mix it. Pour it on top of the butter. So that's what we're gonna do. Not gonna mix it. I'm just gonna pour it on top. Okay, and the butter kind of comes on top also. It's so interesting. I'm gonna try and show you the best I can, okay? Hold on a second.
Be a good boy, Drew. Be a good boy. I know.
So can you see how the butter kind of like came over the top too? All right. Now this is a funny thing that happened. I'm a Tupperware lady, and there is the most beautiful raspberries, blueberries, and blackberries at the store fresh right now, isn't there? Especially in Southern California, and they're so inexpensive. It is just shocking. However, I sent my assistant, my son Benny, who was literally born in a bowl. He was born on Raleigh Day, okay? And he went and I said, Benny, I need you to get me berries, okay? There's fresh berries, but if you can't find any, get the frozen. All he heard, but the recipe does say you can get frozen, okay? So there you go. When this is done, have some leftovers, and I'll put it in
You're good. Yeah.
It says 2 cups of fresh frozen berries. Now these are just blueberries. Remember, Sharita, we were just talking about blueberries.
Are we talking about the flour? Well, you know, now that I'm cooking this, Lori didn't warn me, but I needed to go get my other spoon because after a while with that stuff, you're not gonna be able to stir it. So now I've got to add in my chicken broth. So let me grab my chicken broth.
Need a little more blueberries. Okay, Lori, is it okay if I put more blueberries than it says? Where is she?
There.
Is that a yes, Lori? Okay, because yeah, I don't think that's enough. It doesn't seem to cover. 2 doesn't cover it well. Linda?
Why would I do that to myself? Oh my gosh. Can't reach it.
Right. I'm gonna have to get my freezer made for this. You know what? This bag, I could make 2 cobblers with this, so that's good. But now look, see, this is what it looks like. That is how easy it is. Beautiful, easy, right? Okay. So one of the things that I forgot, is your sugar. And you're supposed to sprinkle, there is 2 tablespoons separate from the one I put in the batter. And you're supposed to put this on for what? A beautiful, crusty, pretty effect. And I should have put this in one of my shakers. I would put, to do this next time, I'd probably put this in my, somebody tell me what it's called. My spice shakers. Yay, Linda. Okay. Yeah, I put this in my spice shaker. So now look at it. Oh, now it looks frosty and beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to take this. Now, I highly, highly recommend you never, ever put anything in the oven without what? Without mittens. Oven mitts. These are Tupperware oven mitts, are silicone, and they come all the way down to here so that your wrists don't get. Now, if we don't have these anymore, and if you love blue, I'm sorry, these are mine. But when we do sell them, if we grab these, this is a lovely little reminder that if you see it in Tupperware today, get it, because there's no guarantee we're gonna have it tomorrow. Okay. So that's just, you know, some things are just for a minute to try it, or they're from other Tupperware countries. Okay. There you go. But this cobbler's going in now.
It's on the counter, Sharita.
What?
Your broth.
Yeah, but that's not enough. I just bought a brand new one.
Oh.
This doesn't have enough in there. So I'm trying to figure out where I put it. I'm about to lose my you know what right now. Hey, Lori, you're going to have to come to my rescue.
So, Sharita, you have your better than bouillon. Just
Yeah, but that's my bouillon cube. So I have to add that, but I need 2 cups of chicken broth.
do you have bouillon paste or anything like that?
No, I do not.
Okay, so let's talk about this while she's doing that. This is a modular meat super oval. I believe we have a set like this right now available, and it is might be even on sale. Somebody, I don't know. I'm gonna try and reach over here. It's too far away. You're too far. But this is what I use in my cupboards because it goes from exactly from the front to the back of the cupboards. I use these and I use rectangles. Okay. I have had every color in seals since 1993. But you know what? One color seal will last you forever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to your kitchen. It just has to be on there and on there correctly. Okay. What I do, if you can hear, this is a hot little tip.
I'm scared. I don't know what to do now.
These are cinnamon sticks, and I put my sugar. This was full of sugar. I use it all. This is cinnamon sticks, and you drop them in your sugar, and you will not believe how beautiful sugar smells. People ask my sister, who this was her idea, why does her baked goods come out so much better? It's just that little cinnamon, I'm sorry, that little bit of vanilla stick in hers that makes it better. And of course, she always uses pure vanilla. Okay, so that is in the oven. Miss Sharita, how are we doing?
Well, I'm not doing good because I don't have chicken broth.
Uh-oh.
I know that I bought chicken broth.
Just put the amount of water that you need in to cover the rest of your liquid, and when you eat it, just add more seasoning.
So maybe I should add more better than bouillon than normal.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll have to do that because
improvise.
Well, you know, the fact that I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, gosh.
I have, so this one, we're just going to talk about these while she reads. Is like the lasagna pan, and I can't wait to make lasagna in this. What I love about this is there's a seal, and so you can take it with you, right? And I love to make lasagna. Now there's a quick lasagna recipe that it's a Tupperware recipe. It's a 20-minute lasagna recipe. It is so fast and easy, and it comes out amazing, fabulous. And people always ask me, "Oh, what recipe is this? Can I have your recipe?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, it's not a family secret. I give it to everybody, but it is a Tupperware recipe." And if you are new to Tupperware, or you are just starting your collection, or you're a new consultant, you know what? Try the Tupperware recipes. Like, first try them the way they're done, and the next time you can make them your own. Okay, so one of the things I want to show you now, I'm going to do this on top of the box so you can see this better. Okay, can you see it? Okay, you can see it, right?
Yep.
I'm at the end of the table. Okay, there's the lid. See the silicone? That's the gasket. That's why it locks so well. It comes with a silicone gasket, just like our which you know what I'm talking about.
Pressure cooker.
Pressure cooker has the gasket. Wooja has it on the bottom so it doesn't slide. The Power Chefs, the ones that are the choppers, has it on the bottom so it doesn't slide. That gasket thing is steel, really stay on there. And what I like about it is it comes off so we can what? Wash it. Now, we're used to walking this around, but I noticed that if you push it in the middle, watch this. See that? I can't get that lid off. All I did was push it in the middle. So we're going to do this again. So we're used to walking as seals, right? Push it a little bit in the middle and look. That seal stays on there. Is that cool or what? I just love these. Love these. And I'm so grateful that Tupperware sent us a set as business leaders so that we could test them out, check them out, and love them, and give you all the wonderful features that they have. Again, this is one of the game changers of the seal because I can put this now in the freezer. Okay, I can microwave it like I did the butter, the shortcut, right? It can go in the oven without the microwave with the seal. You can serve in it, put the seal back on, stick it in the fridge, then you with the seal on, pop it, and goes to the microwave, and it just covers everything. And when the cover, it is glass, and that's what everybody's been waiting for. Our customers have been waiting for. You know, oh yeah, well everybody sells glass except for one little tinky tiny itsy bitsy huge thing. It comes with the Tupperware seal. That 80 years of innovation comes with your glass. This is it. This is the game changer right here. I'm so excited about this. I have to tell everyone. I have people waiting for it to be released. I am sending it to every single consultant. We're going to post this video. We're going to do everything we can so that you fall in love with it like we do and get some in your kitchen because you're not going to believe it. It's just beautiful. And I'm so excited to be able to cook with it today. Made that recipe was very simple. Very easy recipe you could take to a friend's house. You could make for dessert, put it in the fridge and heat it up, cook it when you get home from maybe going out to dinner. Did you know the average dessert is about $10? $8 to $10. And if you order a few, that's $40. And then add in at least $3 for coffee. That's $12 more. So you're doing $52 for dessert and coffee, and you can come home and make coffee, or if you have cold brew ready for the summer, and you can do your berry cobbler. Everything in that berry cobbler I already had in my kitchen, and are you ready? This is even funnier. After I begged my son to go get me berries, guess what's in here? Strawberries and I know, right? Strawberries and raspberries frozen because I bought too much last time, and he said I'm gonna freeze them for when I need them. I know.
Okay, it tastes good, Lori. I tasted it. It's very seasoned. It's thick. I think I did okay. I was in a major panic. That stressed me out. You know how you buy stuff at the store? Like, where could it be? Where is my chicken broth? Where is it?
It's under the seat in your car.
What'd you say?
It's under the seat in your car.
You know what? It might be under the seat of my car. It could be there, and I'm gonna check it. But right now, I'm happy because I tasted it. I did exactly what she told me. Make sure it was seasoned. Add the water. I added extra bouillon. It's super, it's thick. So I'm assuming that's how it's supposed to be, right, Lori? Okay, perfect. Oh my
Okay.
God, that stressed me.
So since my square is in there in the oven, I'm gonna finish telling you this. So I just made the cobbler. We spent say $54 not getting dessert for 4 people at a restaurant with coffee, right? I'm gonna pop dessert in. It'll be nice and hot when it comes out. And serve it with ice cream, and we'll have coffee, right? Okay. How much is the square? How much is the square going to reach? $50? Okay. So I think it's 24, 24, and 34, or what they are sold separately for, or going to sell separately for.
What are you saying?
How much is the square? Is it
I
24?
have no idea about any of the pricing. I would be the wrong person to ask. I have no idea. I know it's out there and I know that they've provided it. I just don't know what the pricing is.
Remember when I was ordering? Okay, so 24 and 24, 48. I got 2 pieces for the price I would have paid for dessert and coffee. Now, every time I make dessert and coffee at home, I'm saving money. And these have paid for themselves over and over and over again. And you know what? It is much more heartwarming to come home and have something in the kitchen. It just is. You know, it's more special. And that's what I like about these. They are taking away every excuse in glass. And then they come with the Tupperware seal. All right, Miss Sharita, you're doing your crust.
Yeah. So right now I'm doing I got my pie crust and I just want to make sure that I get it, you know, out so that it's supposed to completely be a little bit bigger, which it is, bigger than my, I'm assuming that I need to do a little egg wash, right? Lori, yes or no? I mean, this recipe doesn't say, but I read someplace that I should.
It's a matter of preference. The egg wash gives a nice shine to the top of the crust.
Okay.
And it also helps it to brown better, but it's just a matter of preference. I don't egg wash mine. I put olive oil and salt and pepper on the top.
And that helps it brown and does the same thing?
Yep.
All right, so I can do that. That's easy enough. All
Yeah.
right.
Isn't a crust on the bottom and the top just the bottom?
So you know, it's so funny. I looked at so many recipes. I kept thinking, I think crust goes at the bottom, but no recipe says for the crust to be at the bottom.
Oh, wow. Lori,
Once again, it's a matter of preference. When I make pot pie, I only put the crust on the top to help save on calories, right? And fat. So it's a bit healthier, but lots of people do crust on the bottom and crust on the top.
So I'm gonna tell you what Joanna Gaines does. She puts mashed potatoes at the bottom of hers, a layer of mashed potatoes, and then she puts the mixture. Now, I'm not sure. I mean, it looked really good, but you know what? We're not crusting the bottom because, I mean, I could crust the bottom because I do have 2 pie crusts, but I mean, what do you think? Is that, I mean, I'm not going to mess around with it. You know,
try mashed potatoes and a crust of
I'm not going to mess around with it because you know why? I already had a panic attack for like 2 seconds about this chicken broth. So I'm just not going to worry about it. So what I'm going to do is it looks wonderful and I'm just going to pour this into my dish. Now it's going to cook for 30 minutes and I'm going to take a picture and make sure you guys see it. I will even plate it nicely. I'll share the recipe. Doesn't it suck that we don't have 3 arms? You know why I'm saying that, right?
Yeah.
Because I need to, you know, I need to do this. Drew, I know you're singing to me. I know you're singing. You've been a good boy though.
Hi, Drew.
I know he thinks that I need to pick him up, but I'm not going to be able to pick him up right now. So he's not crying, but he's talking to me. So he does that noise like, don't you hear me, Nana? Like I'm trying to tell you something, right? It's that kind of noise, but I'm ignoring him.
Be on the Zoom.
He doesn't want the pacifier. He has his lovey though, but he's like telling me, he's like, pick me up, pick me up. I want you to know that I'm very impressed at how well it thickened up. I was a little bit scared about that, but it's thickened up perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna ask the question. Should my pie crust touch the wetness, or is it gonna rise on its own? Lori?
I always put mine directly on the filling.
You put it right on top?
Yep.
Okay. Here we go, people.
You can't really go wrong.
Okay, so I'm putting it on there, but then I have to do this little like squeeze the top thing, right? Yes or no?
I want it to be pretty, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing it. See, Drew said, yeah. He went, yeah.
I like the pre-made pie crust fits on that round.
It does. Perfect, doesn't it? Hey, if you weren't watching me live, I could say I made this, but I've never made pie crust, and there's no sense in me trying to think that I'm going to start something that I haven't done yet. But maybe one day, yeah, maybe one day, right, Drew? Nana will figure out how to make it, because there is a recipe to do it in the fix and mix.
Yes.
And back in the day, the real Tupperware ladies did that at the Tupperware party. So, okay, so now I know that I have to take a knife and I have to, should I wash it first before I slit it?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
You can do it either order. It's okay.
Okay, so you're telling me to just take some olive oil and a little bit of salt and sprinkle that on there without worrying about the egg wash, that it's gonna do the exact same thing that egg wash would do. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, because I like my crust to be seasoned as well.
All right, so I got some olive oil.
Salt or salt and pepper?
What happened, hon?
Salt or salt and pepper? That's my question.
Both, sometimes garlic. It just depends on what you like. You can put parsley there for presentation and color.
Oh.
There's options.
Should I put it inside the oil?
You can do that too.
Or just sprinkle it on top?
Just go ahead, brush your oil on, and then sprinkle your spices on
Okay,
top.
all right, that's what I'm gonna do. Let me do that.
I have to find that click it brush.
Oh, this thing is the best thing. This thing is the best thing ever.
I love how it closes. So
Yeah.
the bristles aren't exposed, getting all the dust and everything that's floating in the air.
Drew, Nana's almost done. One of these days you're gonna want this recipe. Yeah, he's laughing at me. Yeah, you're gonna want this. So you gotta let me learn. Like I'm learning right now how to do this. Okay, so I'm gonna get some salt.
Why you're the expert. Tell everyone why you're the expert, Lori.
I'm not an expert, just lots of experience. Everybody has their own unique way of cooking, and as long as it turns out good in the end, what does it matter how you get there, right?
Right. So I already put garlic powder and thyme on the inside. So I'm just gonna do this whole sprinkle thing, just like Lori said. And now I'm gonna, how many slits, Lori, like 4 maybe?
It don't matter. I usually just use a fork, but fork,
Okay,
knife,
okay,
you're
Fork?
just venting the air.
gotcha.
Now, Lori, you work and aren't you a baker as a?
I recently quit that job back in June, but I was a commercial baker.
That's what she
Okay,
said.
it's done. So I have it. You guys see it? You see what I did? I did. Drew's laughing at me. He's laughing. He's like, yay, she did it. I did it. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, so yeah, I did. Drew, I did. Okay, so it's gonna go in the oven and it's gonna cook for 30 minutes. And so then, I'll take a picture. I'll show you, I'll plate it, all of that wonderful stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad it's done. So Linda, did you have to bake yours already?
It's in there. It bakes for 50 to 60 minutes.
Okay, all right. So what do you guys think? Okay, Drew, listen.
Eating for 20 minutes.
Okay.
So Linda, can you substitute apples or cherries for the berries?
Yes, you know what? I believe you can. It says any berries, but I'm sure you could try apples too. You know, I love that idea of apples. Apple pie is my favorite thing. Yeah, and cherry pie. So there you go.
All
Uh,
right. Drew
And
just wanted
Sharita,
to be.
do I have to use peas? Because I don't eat peas. So can I put corn in it?
You know what? You can probably not even put the peas, and maybe you can do corn. You know, pot pies always have peas in it, but
Yeah,
nobody says that
and
you
I
have
picked
to.
out.
Yeah, and nobody says that you have to. And then you can also do turkey. So think about Thanksgiving and having that extra turkey left over, making a turkey pot pie. So you can actually do the same thing. So I might try to do that this year as well. But I'm just excited. And if it comes out great, you're going to see me making it more. I might even try the mashed potatoes the next time, like Joanna Gaines. She puts hers in little ramekins. So I
Mhm.
was thinking the Ultra Pro ramekins would be the perfect.
I have those too.
And you probably, let me ask you this, Lori, because you could probably help answer since we're learning, and this is what cooking class is all about. Could that roux of what we made, could that be frozen?
Oh yeah,
Like, could
you
you
can take
make
the
that?
filling and
Yeah,
freeze
the filling.
it. Yep.
Yeah. So see, this is where your freezer mates come into play. Because what if you only wanted to make 2 small pot pies instead of a big pot pie like I made today? You could take the filling, use the little ramekins, and then you could freeze the rest in your freezer mates. So you all need freezer mates. I mean, Linda, you got a freezer mate you can pull out of your freezer right now just to show, or somewhere, maybe in your freezer. Yep. There she goes.
Well,
'Cause
she's got strawberries
there
in
you
it.
go. So you guys need freezer mates. If you don't own any freezer mates, now is the time to get your freezer mates because there's a good sale. They're perfect for everything that you're doing, the flexibility and all of that, right? So we just now talked about doing meal prep. So just think if it's just you and you just wanted a single pot pie, right? You could get ramekins, make single pot pies, and you could freeze the rest of the filling. You make it one time, and now you've got what? A meal 4 or 5 times later.
Let me tell you what's in my freezer mates. So right down here, I was telling you is strawberries and I think they're blackberries that I had left over that I didn't have them all in the fridge part because I wanted to save some of them. I bought the big bin.
Need a view of me from my sister or my mother, Audrey?
What? Wait, what?
What are you doing?
What happened?
I don't know.
That's Nellie. Nellie's talking. Oh, she put herself on mute now. Okay, go ahead, Linda.
This is one good sized chicken breast because it's a big flat and I eat chicken, chicken breast just because I'm constantly on a diet, by the way, and I have to watch my sugar. So my son gets tired of chicken, so when he eats meat or beef or something like that, I'll pull out one for myself. And this is interesting. This is pomegranate seeds. Can you hear them?
Pomegranate what?
Pomegranate seeds.
Oh, seeds. Oh, pomegranate seeds. Yes.
See, this is from last year. Let me hold this. This is from last year's pomegranates from my mom's tree.
Oh, got it.
And they can freeze in here for a year. So I have to eat them before October. But these fabulous, just, frozen fruit is good because it takes a long time to eat, takes longer. But I can take these, pull them out, sprinkle them on a salad, and they're perfect because they're cold. So this is just 3 of my freezer mates in my freezer. But I love these things because look at how they work.
Yeah, they modularize. Yeah.
They modularize.
And so hold up one, Linda, so I can tell some features. Feet on the bottom. So you see at the bottom, you got your little feet, and it makes the container rise a little bit. So the air circulation in your freezer completely freezes your food, with the container, right? And then they fit nicely on the groove of the seal, as you guys can see. So you see how Linda has that? So they don't do slipping around. Mm-hmm.
Like Legos. Yeah.
Yes.
They do. I didn't realize that one, Sharita. All this time I've been using them and I'm like, oh wow, look at that.
Yes, exactly. So those are all the features and benefits, and they're so flexible. So things pop right out, right? So you don't have to worry. And you can use them in your fridge and your freezer because guess what? They're square and they're perfect, right? Drew wants everybody to know that he's the person in charge here.
This is one of the other things I do with freezer mates. So I have to eat bananas almost green. Right when they turn yellow, that's when I gotta eat them. And these ones are getting a little brown. Now my son will eat them like this, but I won't. So I take 2 of these and I slice them up and I flash freeze my bananas. And I'll eat half a banana at a time, which is about 4 or 5 pieces. And what I do is I sprinkle cocoa powder on top of them, let them melt a little bit. OMG, it's shockingly good. And you're not adding any sugar or any calories to your banana. So there you go.
So I put them in my little supersonic chopper and throw in a little bit of almond milk and the cocoa powder and some peanut butter. And
Oh,
now you've got a banana, peanut butter, chocolate smoothie.
yeah. So these are one of the things that are staple to my kitchen in my freezer, and then part is the refrigerator. So there you go.
All righty. Well, we want to thank you guys for joining us today. Lori, thank you for all of your assistance during our panic. But you know what? That's what cooking class is all about because we all learn together. So Linda and I will share our recipes, and then we will also share the pictures after everything is done baking, because hers has got to bake for almost an hour and mine is going to bake for 30 minutes. So there you go. Any questions before we say toodaloo?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All I have to say is
She likes the cover as a game changer.
go get
That's
them.
Phil.
Go get them.
Phil's a game changer.
Awesome. Beautiful. Wow. Wow.
All righty.
Proud of Tupperware for that product. Really.
All righty. So we have done good. Say, Drew, thank you for being, sorry for being loud. Tell everyone, sorry for being loud. I'm happy now that Nana's holding me.
He just likes to be part of the piece.
He did. He wanted to be part of the show. I was going to try to keep him in his little chair on the counter when he was eating avocado, but then he was tired of sitting in that. So that's why he couldn't do it. But you know what? As he grows up in Tupperware, you just watch. In the next few months, he's going to be cooking with me. Right, Drew? Yes. All right, you guys. Bye for now. Thank you.